Hello, this video I'm going to show you how to solve the how to solve a quadratic using the quadratic formula in a C++ program. So this program is actually very simple. First, we need to store the coefficients. So they're normally called A, B, and C. So A, B, and C. Right? A is going to be the one next to the x squared. B is the one next to the x, and C is just a constant by itself. Okay, so now we're going to tell the user to enter the coefficients starting with A, then B, then C. We're going to see an A, then B, and then C. Right? And let's do some checking. So if A is 0, then since the quadratic formula you're dividing by 0, so that means it's not a quadratic, it's just going to be undefined. So let's say that if A equals 0, then we're going to see out undefined and return 1 since this wasn't successful. Alright, and if it's not 0, then we're going to have two roots. Let's call it x1 and x2. Right? x1 is going to equal, right? So x1, let's say that's the negative b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, and let's call x2 the one where you minus. Okay, so we're going to say that x1 is going to equal to negative b plus, okay, and now we're going to use square root, and in order to use square root you have to include CMath, so do that up here. So now we're going to say square root of b times b minus 4 times a times c, and all that we're going to divide it by 2 times a, right? And x2 is pretty much the same thing, except you subtract here. And that's it. So now we can tell the user the roots are x1, which equals to x1, and x2, which equals to x2, and that's it. Now let's run the program. So it says enter the coefficients starting with a, then b, then c. So let's say we say 3, negative 6, and 3. The roots are 1 and 1, and that is correct. Let's try another one. You see 3, negative 6, and 3. It's x1 equals x2, which is 1. So now let's try this one, which says 3, 5, and 2. And we should get x1 equal to negative 2 over 3, and x2 equals to negative 1. And let's see if we get that. So 3, 5, and 2. x1 is negative 2/3 and x2 is negative 1. And that is correct. Negative 2/3 and negative 1. Alright, I hope that video was helpful. Thank you for watching.